Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first Jedi podcast haul and review, I guess you would call it. This is going to be our Force Friday 2 haul, at least for the collecting and hobbies side. You've already seen on my other channel the Force Link bracelet, which I actually didn't get on Force Friday. I actually got it a few days before that. So, but since it's a September 1st release, and it will help, a little bit with all the other stuff that we got on Force Friday. I'll give you a couple of short little demonstrations of what you can do in the packaging and stuff like that. Then I'll go ahead and show you that. The box is all beat up because it's already open. But I don't know what Ray's doing here. I guess I was going to compare her to the new Ray, actually. But, so here's the box. I've already showed you this, actually, in the other video. But here's the bracelet. That came on awful quick. So, for those of you who haven't actually seen this yet, let's take the box out a little bit. I'm not going to do like a full review on this, but there's the box for you. It's backwards. Is this supposed to do that? I've never seen that before. It's like a mirror. I'm looking at it in the screen and it's backwards. Well, anyways, okay, so here's the little I'm with the Resistance. I don't know if she actually says that. We'll find out here in a minute. And give it a little bit of a away right there. Force Link wearable technology activates motion controlled phrases, lights, and sounds in over 30 toys, meaning vehicles, accessories, base, whatever you call it, the playset, the Rathtar, creatures, robots, figures. Those look awful, by the way. That Han Solo, that's the worst Han Solo face I've ever seen. Mainly because of the paint. I don't know if the sculpt is there. Probably, but the paint is just hideous. It looks like he's wearing a horror mask or something. This looks awful. Here's the front of the box. You get the KYLO Ren figure. It's the first time you get to see him with the cloak, because in other pictures it just shows him like this without the cloak. There's Force Link and figure. So because this box was actually beat up, extremely beat up, I actually got it for $15 at Walmart. These retail for $24.97 at Walmart. At Toys R Us or Target, I'm not sure. I've seen other places where they're $29.99. I'm not sure why. At Walmart they're $24.97. So if you want to get it at Walmart. So there's the Rathtar, there's the Probe Droid, there's the new police speeder. That thing's $199, and it comes with one of these Force Link bracelets. This is about $50 unless it's on sale. KYLO Ren's shuttle comes with KYLO Ren figure. But let's go ahead and get to what we actually got. Alright, let's see here. So this thing's already blinking, so it's still on. I'll go ahead and put this on just to see what happens. I will tell you that, some of the things I picked up are Force Link compatible, so see how close you gotta be to make this thing work. And it's extremely hard to get on, especially if it's made for, smaller wrists, for sure. Okay, now, like I said, I've already demonstrated this. This is the Go to Collecting and Hobbies on the YouTube channel, and you can see the full demonstration. That's KYLO Ren from Force Awakens, not part of the haul, but Here's the other lightsaber. There it is. The lightsabers are different. They have a little bit of extra detail, and the hilt, there's a little bit of extra detail in here with the little nicks and stuff like that. And the lightsaber is much darker gray. It's almost black. It's really, really dark compared to the Force Awakens version. Let's take it out of his hand. He stands up much better though. But this is the first time in the 3 3/4 line that we've got a Kylo Ren that actually has legs. So you actually see his legs. They're not covered up by robes. So that's always cool. Basically, yeah, sometimes it works better than others, but you have to, there you go. See what I mean? This is really hard to demonstrate simply because I don't have any room to move. What you're supposed to do technically, once you've scanned the figure, it'll blink.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
As long as it's not blinking, you're within the range, and it'll keep on. It'll make different noises. See, now that's blinking.
Show me again. Power of the darkness.
But if you get away, it means it's out of range. That's what the orange lights are. Kind of like a red light saying it's not activated.
Nothing standing away.
Yeah, but also if you swing too hard, it'll go flying off. So anyway, that's the Force Link bracelet. If you want to see the full review, go to my other page. I'll leave a comment below. Just click on it. Here's another thing that I picked up. This is the first 12-inch figure I picked up in quite some time. Maybe ever. Like, well, I mean, since they stopped making like the Hasbro or the Kenner ones, where they're $20, the collector's series. I haven't picked up any of these in pretty much forever. But I went to the Toys R Us Midnight Madness. Now, like I said, this thing right here, I already got it before, a few days before, and this particular item I got at the Midnight Madness, of course, Friday. It was $9.99, and I got probably the best paint job of all the ones that they had there. I noticed a lot of Rey's, their paint jobs. The 12-inch ones look so-so. Better than the smaller versions, that's for sure. Here's the t-shirt that we got for free for being at Midnight Madness, like the first 50 people. It's got Chewbacca with Rey and a Porg. Supposedly these run pretty large, so large would probably fit like someone who normally wears an extra large. and a medium would fit someone who normally wears a large. So at the Midnight Madness event, we had some guy come in, and he was playing some music. He brought a big old stereo system or something, a big old speaker, and he was playing all the music there. And about 10 o'clock, I got there about 8:30, and I haven't actually tried this yet. So let's see.
I'm with the resistance.
Yep, that's what she says. I'm with the resistance.
I'm with the resistance.
Let's see what's up.
I'm with the resistance. You're going to pay for what you did.
You're gonna pay for what you did. All right, lightsabers.
I'm not afraid of you.
That's 4.
You're going to pay for what you did. The First Order are everywhere.
5.
You're going to pay for what you did. The First Order are everywhere. You're going to pay for what you did.
Another thing that I noticed though, so they do not react with each other. A lot of people are saying that. So you just saw what I did there. I had Rey there, then I got KYLO, and she doesn't react to KYLO. It immediately reset the thing to a different figure. Now here's another way to do it right here.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Find them. You don't have comfort. Where is it?
See, when you turn him around, he says different things.
Put every hanger on lockdown. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Find them. You don't have comfort. Where is it? Put every hanger on lockdown. I've been waiting for this day for a long time. Find them.
Right.
I will let nothing stand in our way of. Show me again. Home of the darkness. I will let nothing stand in our way of. Show me again. Home of the darkness.
Anyway, so when it resets, it's kind of like a double-sided chip, I guess, on the inside, because you switch it around and it does different things. All right, so here's the 2-pack we got. These are $14.99 at Toys R Us and pretty much everywhere. I got this set because, well, this is going to turn into a Force Friday experience video. Really. It actually says, wear Force Link to activate 3 different sounds. Huh. Let's see if we can get... So this will make 3 different sounds. Alright, so there's the sounds for that guy. This is all I got at Toys R Us, actually. And because they actually went through a lot of... they had at least one case of 6-inch Black Series, the Wave 12, or Wave 1 of Last Jedi, or whatever, and Wave 13. So they had both of those waves, but they'd already been picked through by the employees before they were put out, because there was only 8 figures total that they put out. 2 of them were AT-AT drivers, which doesn't make any sense because he doesn't pack 2 per case. Now this one I got at Target.
Orders received. We have to tackle the First Order head on. My sensors are picking up ties. Brace yourself. We have to tackle the First Order head on. My sensors are picking up ties. Brace yourself. Orders received.
What? Okay, this one just says use force link to activate sounds. Doesn't say how many, but it's,
Orders received. Orders received.
I don't even know what she's saying. I got the air conditioner on. I can barely hear. But so this I got from Target. This stuff I got from Toys R Us, and let's see here. I don't have a pause button on this camera on my laptop. It's like I said, most of these figures that were picked through already. They only have this one. At Target, all they have is her, Finn, Rose, and General Hux, and that was it. And at Toys R Us, the figure had already been picked through. They didn't have Rey in a single card. The first time I saw her was later on that night at Walmart. They only had one, and her paint job was pretty bad. And her paint job is very different on the head on these figures. They're made in completely different factories. This one's made in China. The other one's made in Vietnam. So they're completely different as far as the paint jobs on her face. They don't even look, they barely look the same. So at Toys R Us, they had a lot of vehicles, so they had tons and tons of vehicles. That was probably the best place to get vehicles because they didn't really have any at Walmart or Target. Yeah, Toys R Us Midnight Madness, it was very much picked through in advance, which they're famous for. Now, then I went to Walmart later that day and another Target, and these aren't even Star Wars figures, but this is actually what I picked up. Nikki Bella. I've never seen this one before. I'm a WWE fan, so that shows you why. Because I went there to get the A-Wing. I almost got it at Toys R Us, but I didn't because they didn't have it. They hardly had anything. And this is all beat up. And I customized figures too. And the last thing we got on Force Friday. Oh, I thought I had another Force Link, but I don't. But this is the first time I've ever seen this wave of Black Series figures in the store. And I didn't even see that before. The razor blade. So because people were asking, when is Luke coming out? 70141. I don't know if this is actually in the assortment that Luke comes in, but he is out. He is out there. The Jedi Master Luke, the Praetorian Guard, which is this guy, that's what I was looking for. That's why I went to Walmart. I was looking for these, the exclusives. I wanted the Jedi Master Luke and the Praetorian Guard. I don't really care about Rose. Who's the other figure? Oh, the Stormtrooper with the... it's called the Executioner Stormtrooper. Let's see if he's on here. Nope. But these are all small. Wow. This is even smaller than the Rogue One packs. And her gun is painted silver. I think that's another thing people are asking about. Her Jedi staff is gray now instead of white. And, you can see that if you look at the difference between her face compared to where'd she go? Look at the difference compared to her face there now and what she used to look like. There's a massive difference. I think she looks better, actually. I saw two of these at GameStop. I actually went to GameStop in between Walmart and Target, but with tax they were $24.77 each. The only figures they had at GameStop were 2 Rays and like 3 Kylo Rens. They didn't get an assortment. All they got was like a box with a few figures in it that were already been sorted out by the distribution or whatever. They didn't even get full cases. So that's what, yeah, as far as distribution, Horse Friday was kind of a bust, especially at Toys R Us. At Walmart, they had a huge display. They had all the 6-inch Black Series figures. They had they got them, but they didn't actually have them by the time I got there, because I didn't get there till about 7 p.m. on Friday night. They had several Kylo Rens. All of them, their face didn't look right. That's why I didn't get him. And plus, I'm not really got so many Kylos already. It's like, do I really need that one? And the other figure they had was Darth Vader. They had, surprisingly, about 4 of those, 4 or 5, maybe 3. I don't remember. They had a few Darth Vaders and a few Kylo Rens, and that was it. As far as Target, once I got to Target, they had with the 6-inch Black Series. They had at the very front of the store, they had a display normally where they have like the Easter stuff. It's like right by the customer service desk, and they had a few figures. They had, I think they had one of her, of Paige. They had 2 Chewbacca's. They had 2 C-3POs. They had they didn't have a whole lot, but at Walmart they had a few Poes. They had a couple of Poes. By the way, his head looks a lot better. He's a repack of the original Poe that came with the Force Awakens X-Wing last year with a removable helmet, but he has a new head sculpt. And the 6-inch Black Series that they had at Target, they had in the front, they had 3 left. They had 1 Stormtrooper, 1 Darth Vader, and 1 Kylo Ren. And then in the actual toy section, they had 2 Darth Vaders and 2 Stormtroopers. That was it. That's all the figures I had. So I didn't see a single Luke Skywalker all night. I saw at Toys R Us, and the way I know that they got them is because when I was walking out, or when people were standing in line, I saw a guy that had number 42, where they say number 42 on the side when they're not exclusive, and that's Hera. So I know that they got Wave 1 because they had Hera, and I know that they got what was the other one? The Wave 2. Kylo Ren is in both Wave 1 and 2. But they had the First Order disguise Finn. I saw that one. And like it's somebody else's hands though. And so I saw the majority of the figures, but when I got there, I was 4th in line. 3 people in front were 6-inch collectors. As soon as they opened the doors, like I said, they only had 8 figures on the peg. The guy grabbed the entire peg and shoved it into his cart, and the Toys R Us employee standing in the section is like, "No, that's not going to happen. Pick 2 and put the rest back." And so basically, the first 4 people in the door, which I would have been 4th if I would have stayed in line, but I went inside because I got there at 8:30 just to look around. By the time I came out, I was 14th in line. So I was only there. What I had planned on getting was an A-Wing, maybe if I didn't get anything else, I would get the A-Wing, and I wanted at least one Rey and Leia, and so I got Rey. I just didn't get Leia, the General Leia, and they also have a General Leia in a dress or something like this one, but it's Disney Store exclusive. So I will be doing reviews over each of those things eventually, one by one, and then you'll be able to see all the sounds, what they do. I don't know, maybe some of them are deluxe, some of them are a little bit different. Let's see what this says. This doesn't say anything about motion activation, like on the back of the box, the Stormtrooper. I did see a Stormtrooper somewhere. I saw that, I think, at Target in the toy section. See, it says motion activated. But I saw all the vehicles pretty much. I didn't see. I saw the Raptor and the Praetorian. I didn't see. I don't think I. Maybe I did. Might have seen one at Toys R Us before it disappeared. I saw the Race Speeder, the 6-inch Black Series Race Speeder with Ray, but I don't really. Yeah, I did see the Luke at Toys R Us when I first walked in. It was actually in the pop section. A third of the people, when we got in the door, they went straight to the pops, and everybody was like, "Do you want this pop? Do you want this pop?" And it's like, I don't even collect pops, so take them. And yeah, so that's about it. I'm gonna cut this off, and we will review this stuff eventually, probably either on here or on my other channel. I'll probably post it actually to both, but I might post it here first. There'll be another episode of the podcast coming in the next few days, most likely. I've already recorded it, part 2 of the first episode with Paul Harrison, so stay tuned for that. And check Toy Shelf Review on his channel. It might be there first, actually, because it's audio only, and I have him edit for me, so convert it to video. So check back, and I'll see you guys later. Wow. Like I said, I can't even pause this. How do